What's up, YouTube? Mr. Lamissy here, and today we're going to be going over the open beta feedback survey results thing. So, if you have not filled it out already, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Go fill it out. If you watch this video first and then go to fill it out, it's going to kind of taint your perspective. And so it's better generally to, fill out a survey before you've seen anything about it. So go fill that survey out. Come back here, watch the video, and you get to see all the fun results of how people felt with the open beta, issues that were had, devices that were used, just kind of all the cool things. So let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy here. Let me just window capture. Open beta feedback. Put it over there for now. Chat, you can come over here with me. All right, so to start, what is the main device you're most likely to play Diablo 2 Resurrected on? PC was the highest. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox. So we had a couple hundred, but for the most part, 3,700. This is of 4,300 responses as of right now. This is going to be mostly PC that we're going to see. However, I did separate out console questions for console players only so that we didn't get some things just flooded. Past experience with Diablo 2. Between 2001 and 2003, 40%. On release basically in 2000. This is so 1,500, 37%. 2004, 2006, 12.9%, and then just a sprinkling of people that really started kind of later. So a lot of old school players here giving their feedback. What's your preferred version? Classic was 89%. No preference was 8%. And only 2% preferred Diablo 2 Classic. Sorry, LOD was 89%, excuse me. And only 2%, 1.9%, preferred Classic. However, it seems like most people just really like LOD, which makes sense. I mean, LOD is the base game since 2001, right? So pretty much what everybody has been playing. And it's great overall. But Classic does have some cool things. I still think there's some value in Classic for sure. So now we can get to some of the questions. How much do you like? And this is strongly like, strongly dislike, somewhat dislike, neither dislike, or like, somewhat like, strongly like, and unsure. So Diablo Classic doesn't really have a lot of dislikes. Just kind of more in the neithers, the somewhats, and the unsures. Whereas D2 LOD, was pretty much strongly like. That was it. Like, maybe one person voted. Voted against that or something. So everybody loves D2 LOD here, which is great. How many hours have you played? Best estimate is fine. So less than unsure is 80 people there. 4% less than 100 hours. 10% 100 to 500. 14% 500 to 1,000. 15% 1,000 to 2,000. 20% 2,000 to 5,000. 19% 5,000 to 10,000. And 17%, 735 people, over 10,000 hours. What a bunch of nerds. Good Lord. I don't know if 17% over 10,000. That's a lot. Like, I have well over that, but that's a lot. Regardless, even if a lot of those people are in the 5 to 10,000, you can still see a lot of experience. 50% saying over 2,000 hours though. That's crazy. There's a lot of nerds in here though. Which character setting did you prefer to play? Softcore with 80%. I like both. Hardcore only 6.5%. Wow. That's surprising. So many people. I feel like everybody acts like the hardcores are such a loud minority. Such a loud minority of hardcore players. They're so loud. Filthy casuals. But 79% prefer that. I would probably be in the equally. I play more softcore, but I like both equally. I just don't like hardcore online. That's about it. Yeah. Doesn't take a lot for your character to rip online. Too much lag. Most played game mode. Closed BattleNet is about 50% of most played. Single player, unmodded, is 15%. Single player modded is 10%. So about 25% on the single player. And then we've got some open BattleNet, some closed BattleNet. Wait, that is closed BattleNet. Oh, they must have written in closed or something. Who knows? Add 3.5% more. Single player modded with like faster drops and all that is 1%. Multiplayer modded version, so only 6.8% there. Open BattleNet 6.4, and LAN is 4.3. Oh, this is probably before we changed the survey to add the information. That's a good point. So I added another 3.5 there. So only 6.8%. Their most played game mode is mods, but that's probably fair. Like, I play a lot of mods, but my most played is single player. Honestly, I would. It's so hard to say. Either closed BattleNet or single player. Really difficult actually to say. This isn't what is, because you have to think most played, and I think a lot of people played a ton of BattleNet growing up, and so yeah, that's not your favorite. That's your most played. Which of the following mods have you played? PD2, Path of Diablo, Median XL, none, and then some people put Pluggy even though it's in the other thing. So that's really the main three. A couple people put like /Diablo or, whatever stuff in the write-ins. Which of the following mods... This is interesting. Which of the following mods / third-party software have you used? Pluggy is 60% of people have used Pluggy. Map Pack is 47% of people have used Map Pack. 46% of people have used Hero Editor. And 20% of people have used bots. Wow. All you dirty out there, man. So many dirty cheats. And then a bunch of like nuns and, a couple random things. Big mouse cursor. 94% male. 6% female. And 1% filled in llama. Age brackets. Everybody's old. Like 80% are at least 25 years old. And then 30 to 34 is 43% of us. 35 to 39. I mean, probably more than that, actually, because this is 40 to 44, 45 to 50. Okay, never mind. Literally 90%, 94% are over 25. Wow. We got boomers here, man. All the boomers in chat. What was the main device that you played? Like we said, this was for the open beta. So 84% were on laptop for the beta. Only watched was 4.4. So we have a lot of people who played, which is really good to know. That a majority of the people actually got to play as well. and some PlayStation 5, Xbox, yada, yada, yada. Overall, how happy were you with the experience? This lines up pretty well to the closed beta results as well. So it looks like 8. I would say people were slightly happier in the open beta than the closed beta. We're seeing a little less on the bottom end, a few more 8s or 9s and 10s. So overall, yeah, that's about right where I placed my experience also. Given your experience with the open beta, how concerned are you for the success? Not at all concerned is 32%. Mildly concerned is 40%. Concerned is 15%. Very concerned is 8.9%. Unsure is 2.8%. And I think this is fair. I think overall that is where I'm at as well. Mild concern at best. Overall, how faithful to the original do you feel D2 Resurrected is? Extremely faithful, 43%. Faithful, 39%. Some parts unfaithful, some parts faithful, 12.7%. And then the extremely unfaithful, 2.7%. And yeah, very few people felt it was not faithful to the game. Which I also agree. I feel like it is very faithful to the game. How likely are you to buy D2 Resurrected? 73% will definitely buy and or have already bought. Likely is 14%. Might or might not is 7%. Unlikely 2.6%. Will definitely not buy 1.3%. Undecided 1.3%. So again, a lot of people. How much did you like the following parts of the experience? This goes from strongly disliked to strongly liked, with the mostly disliked, neither, and then mostly liked in between. So character models, for all the people that complained about the character models, most people didn't care. Item models on your character, most people really liked. There's also NA, if you didn't see it or something. Spell effects were very liked. General monster models, very liked. Boss models. Environmental textures. Lighting in outdoor areas. Lighting in caves, tombs. Was that one? Smoothness of the game. So it looks like some people had more FPS issues. Kind of seeing that. Item icons. Not quite as loved, but still mostly liked. And I think I would be in the mostly liked category as there. Character creation screen. User interface is the first time we actually see not strongly liked or loved as the top answer. I think the lobby is a big reason for this. It's like, but there's a lot of things in the game that are not amazing, but not like whatever. Looks like people got tired of voting. No, there's just more spread. Minimap appearance. Yeah, there's still tons. I think you have to vote on each of them. And I agree with this as well, where the minimap, it's not quite right. Controller functions, this one has the NA. Overall, though, it seems like people were decently happy with controller functions. Just ignore that. With kind of a neutral. Menu options, mostly liked as well. Not a bunch of hate. And then NPC models, people love those again as well. So, yeah, I think this fits pretty well. I think the UI and the minimap, I think this is definitely areas. But overall, you can still see wildly, and then smoothness, right? FPS issues for some people. Wildly loved a lot of the things in this game, which I agree with. It looks beautiful. There's a lot of great stuff. Which characters did you see/play? Sorceress being the top, Barbarian being the bottom. Source, Pally, Druid, Amazon, Barbarian. That honestly makes total sense for what I would expect. It's kind of crazy, though, that almost half the people didn't, or over half the people didn't see or play the Barbarian. Like, they didn't even see it. Wow. You would think they would. What types of content do you see yourself engaging in most? Leveling / playing with friends casually. Solo magic finding, 82%. 83% were the top one. Trading, 46%. Such an important part of the game. And just RPGs in general that they botch so often. Group magic finding, 37%. Ladder grinding, 35%. Late game services for currency, torch runs, annies. PvP, 25%. Speedrunning, 13%. Ayo. Public game PKing, 10%. Game breaking things, 2%. And trade scamming, 2%. Should have put botting. That would have been the number one, apparently, with all you guys. The nitty gritty, not as many PvPers as you thought. 25% is very high. That's more people engaging in PvP than I thought. But I guess it's people that just kind of are going to casually do it too, you know. For survey on purposes, oh yeah, this is so you can go. So here's console questions. So if you played console, then it took you here. Blizzard has announced there will not be lobbies for online play on console launch. How does this affect your likelihood to play the game? Has a highly negative effect, 45%. Has a somewhat negative effect, 23%. Does not affect me at all, 22%. Not sure, 5%. And has a somewhat positive effect and highly positive, 1 and 2 votes. I think those are misclicks. What are your concerns about it? All of this is, the devs will read through all of this, right? Very hard to trade, lack of multiplayer, needs to be lobby for joining games, coordinate the party. I canceled my pre-order. I mean, you know, that's all those things will go forward to the devs. There's thousands of answers there, so they will read all of that. On release, Blizzard stated that there will be no cross-platform play, i.e. playing with PC users. Was this something you were expecting to be a part of the game? Yes was 51%, no was 38%, unsure was 9.6%. So, I mean, they said there wouldn't be cross-platform play, but I guess that's people might have been expecting it prior when they were thinking about it. So a lot of people expected that that would be a thing. How do you feel about it not being supported? Negative, 56, neutral, 34, positive, 6.8, unsure, 2.3. One potential for the solution of the issue of potions transferring from inventory to belt is adding potion to belt hotkey. Is this something you feel would be useful? 81% said yes, 15% said maybe, 3.7% said no. So I think definitely adding some more hotkeys like that could be very helpful. There's probably a couple other hotkeys that'd be really nice. Shift click. This is on console. This is only for console players. Please describe anything else about your experience. Basically, lobbies. Assign loot pickup to somewhere else. Players X. Once again, those will all be read by the devs there. Blizzard have announced that TCP/IP will not be available. Is this disappointing to you? This is PC issues. So TCP/IP will not be available. Is this disappointing to you? If so, how much? Very split. Highly disappointing, 25%. Slightly disappointing, 28%. Not disappointing at all, 25%. And not sure, don't care, 20%. I mean, wow. Almost a perfect 4-group split right there. So, yeah. Crazy. I mean, people who play mods, people who kind of played mods but didn't care, or maybe land a little bit. People who didn't play mods and don't care, and people who aren't sure what that even means and also don't care. Very, very, very even split. Blizzard said there'd be no cross-platform play. Was this something you were expected to be part of the game? No is 51%. Yes is 36%, and unsure is 12.5%. So it looks like the PC players don't care as much about cross-platform play. PC players are like, whatever, console, who cares? Or if it, yeah. Don't want to play with the console flips. How do you feel about cross-platform play not being supported? Neutral, 47%, negative 35%, positive 11.5%, jeez, and unsure 5%. Yeah, so overall, PC seems to care less about that cross-platform, it seems like. But still, a 35% thought it was negative. Blizzard has stated the latter will not be available on release. Select the option that most closely applies to you. Right? I like playing ladder, but it doesn't impact me playing it before it's released, 36%. I would much rather play on ladder, but will still play before it's released, is 30%. No impact to me whatsoever. I don't care about ladder, is 25%. Only 6% said I'm only interested in progressing on ladder, so I won't play until ladder is released. And 1.6% unsure. So overall, it seems like a lot of people don't care that much. Even if they'd like to play on ladder, they're still going to play. Ladder runes are going to be on it. Yeah. Some bugs are potentially flagged for being changed in D2 Resurrected. Would you like any of these changes from the original game? Yes, fix it. Neutral / don't care. No, and unsure. So yes, neutral, no, unsure. Most people would like to leave the defense bug. However, a lot of people thought fixing it or didn't care. Crazy how many thought fixing or didn't care of e-debugging. Strength bug had even more support to be fixed. Almost the exact amount of people that don't want it fixed. Very interesting. Neutral, and this is unsure and don't know for the people that don't know what the bug is. G-rushing, also, slightly more people said they did want G-rushing to exist, but a lot of people want it to be fixed. And Dario, quest drop bug is the most leave it alone bug. This is where you get quest drops. G-rushing is glitch rushing, where you can kill Bale, or like have, your ancients and Bale killed, and then you go through the game to Nightmare in Hell. Strength bugging is you can have an item with strength on it, and you can only wear that item because it has the strength on that item. But if you want to equip that item, you can't put it on again until you get strength somewhere else and put that item on. Weapon swap glitching. Yes, fix the bug. That's actually very surprising. I think a lot of people don't know weapon swap glitching and the importance of it in PvP and such. Weapon swap glitching is you can override an animation by pressing weapon swap so that you can get out of being stuck in like a forever hit recovery, like a psychic hammer assassin or something who can just knock you around forever. So yeah, and also if you're in the middle of a bunch of mobs, you can get out that way as well. The thought that I would have is maybe getting rid of WSG, but then implementing something else that is the same idea without having to use the weapon swap, but some other way to break out of hit recovery. Right, rather than letting it be a bug. Pindle, this should say Nilithak, Viper damage bug. I screwed up. Regardless, a lot of people want that fixed. This is the Vipers in Nilithak's temple doing crap tons of damage. Some people don't know what it is, but most people want fixed. The Nightmare Fire Enchant bug, where Nightmare monsters explode for way too much damage, people want fixed. Mana Burn bug, where they take way too much of your mana away with the burn. Also, a lot of people want it fixed. Diablo's lightning range. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Anya resist bug. Whenever you die in a game, softcore, all of the resistances that Anya gives you go away, even though that technically it says it. They're actually not there. And Diablo's lightning range starting too far from his body, a lot of people want that fixed. Don't want it to be too easy, just standing underneath him. Would you like any of the following added to the game? Item level, so this is yes, neutral, no, unsure. Item levels, people definitely want. Affix ranges on item rolls. Breakpoints being listed in games. A menu in game of rumored recipes. A menu window of Haragic Cube recipes. Area level added. Loot filters is where we start to kind of drop off, but all those first ones people love. Loot filters, though, still has a lot of people that want it added. Vote to kick from game actually surprisingly has some people there. But more people starting to say no on those or neutral. Force move keybind has a decent amount of neutrals or yeses. Gem and rune stacking has a high desirability. Act 6. Gotta love it. Still a lot of people want that. A PvP arena, neutral, but a lot of people want that. Oops. And clans, guilds seems to be a yes and neutral as well. So, I mean, nothing really has a big no here. Vote kick from the game is the least desired, followed by loot filters, I think. Oh, no, PvP arena. And then what else would you like to mention before it's launched in full? A lot of people didn't write things. Some people wrote things. Are there things you felt were missed in the survey? Charm inventory, ultra wide support, a couple things here and there. But overall, that is the survey. Not bad. So, snacks. So yeah, I mean, overall, thank you everybody for taking the survey. I think that's a lot of good feedback right there. What's interesting to me is how many people are really interested in continued content being added to the game, which I think is great. There's a lot of people, a lot of these players have a ton of hours, have played the game for a long time, have a lot of experience with it, and then still want more, want some of those updates, want to see some of that stuff continued. And it seems like a lot of people were really excited with the beta and are excited for D2R coming out. So if you ever feel like you're reading around and it's like everything's negative and it's all terrible and nobody likes it and it's just going to be a horrible game, just come back here and look and remind yourself of the results that no, a lot of people have very, that are very experienced in D2 think this is going to be great. And I'm with them right there. So, yeah, I hope that was exciting for you. I hope you got your results in and are happy. I'd love to hear your feedback down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do those things. Peace, YouTube. Thanks for watching.